What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 23 of the J14 Gamecast. I'm here with Jeff and Sean and myself, Brendan. Once again, John's MIA. Rest in
Dead.
peace.
Still dead.
But maybe next week he'll join us with any
No.
luck. No. Okay.
No.
No. John's just gone.
I'll ask him right now.
Oh, great.
Yeah, he's probably editing the notes saying
Perfect podcast.
Yeah.
it's probably in the news. We didn't get the memo.
No.
Anyway. So, let's start with what we've been playing. Sean,
Oh my
start
goodness.
with you.
Guys, I've done something crazy for the first time in months. Haven't played Destiny.
Since you didn't play it at all since the last podcast?
I think I played a little bit. But
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't think
was
we
that
have.
before or after the podcast last week? Because we did the weekly.
I think we did the weekly Nightfall,
and that was it. So
The timing of that is funny, actually, because of recent articles. Lots of sites have been posting articles about Destiny in the last couple weeks.
Well, as soon as we found out, I don't know if it was in our news, it was a leak for the next DLC, and then Bungie kind of confirmed it afterwards, saying that the window for the next DLC is like June 19th.
I thought it was May.
They said mid-June.
Oh,
they said
shit.
between for which?
It seems way too long.
For House of Wolves.
Yeah.
They said between April and June.
Yeah.
The first one was December, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So regardless, even if they say split the middle and it's May, I mean that's still like 3-4 months
It's a long
later.
time away. Like, I mean, you got...
All
There's lots of other
February,
games, like
April,
Evolve's
March.
coming out, The Order, Bloodborne.
Yeah.
People are gonna move on.
And I kind of just felt like there's a whole other issue with faction that I've been trying to get shaders for, and they screwed me over again. So, I've lost interest. And then, not that it's not bad, not a good game. I absolutely enjoy it, but there's nothing there for me. Unless I start getting guns in the raid, which no one's playing the raid anymore.
That's it. That's
No one's playing the raid?
No.
That's the sentiment of pretty much all the hardcore Destiny players right now, is that there's nothing really left to do.
Yeah.
Right? It's the same grind over and over. It's you either do the raid and try and get the couple guns you don't have.
Yeah. Or any gun.
And that's just it. I mean, it's all up to you know, the RNG.
Do you guys have all the guns now?
No, of course not.
No,
I don't know how many guns there are or what...
I haven't got
shit
any
works.
of the raid guns except for the rocket launcher that I got the first time we played through it.
Yeah,
Really?
and
Yeah.
I mean, some people are still trying to do trying to get some of the exotics,
Yeah.
right? The Galhorn and,
Yeah.
and everything else, and Icebreaker.
But yeah, it's become this monotonous grind that I don't want to have.
That's just it. It's basically come down to, well, you know what? There's just other stuff I'd rather play.
Yeah.
Until a lot of people are I think it's like, you know what? I'll just wait till the DLC comes out.
And that's probably what I'm going to do. I'll just I'll hang back for a bit, play some games that have been on the back burner thanks to Destiny. Like one of the other games that we kind of played. I kind of got dragged into it, but I'm having a bit of fun with it. Playing Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
So, this is kind of out of nowhere. Brendan sent me a text. We're playing Baldur's Gate. We need one more. I'm like, sure.
Nice.
So, we've been playing that. And then, what else have I been playing? I played a little bit of Warframe before. It was last week. So, I think they have another update this week because an event's happening.
Oh, okay.
But they completely redid the tutorial, so it now has a little bit more story. And yeah, that's a lot of people have been talking about Warframe as being what Destiny could have been to
Really?
a degree. Yeah, if you get into it, it's pretty interesting now.
I know, yeah, I have one guy my friends with who's like always playing it, and he's super, super into it. There's apparently a lot there if you sink your teeth into it. It's got a good free-to-play model. Like, you don't have to spend money to do stuff. Like, you can still have fun without paying anything, so...
What else did I play? I'm playing a couple other things here and there, but yeah, that's about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Jeff?
Yep.
Oh, no games?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I can just look at my most recent played. Some more Drive Club, almost level 50, which is like the level cap, so I'm almost there. Playing through more of The Last of Us, trying to finish up my collectible run. I'm in the hydroelectric dam right now in fall, so getting there maybe 6 or 7 hours away, if that. Because winter's like super short. Picked up Super Stardust Ultra for the PS4. It's good. It's just more. I think it's just a port of the PS3 one, which I actually didn't play that much. So it's good. And I bought Final Fantasy 13 on Steam because it was on sale for like $8.
Why would you do that?
Because it was $8.
It's not worth the $8.
I don't know. I have a feeling that it'll be worth $8.
We'll see.
Is it that? Have you played it?
I've played a little bit of it.
Okay. I don't know. I don't have a problem with the fact... Well, I have a problem with the fact that it's a Final Fantasy game that's like a straight line. But if the story's good, I'll pay $8 for a good story and just run down a hallway for some cutscenes, which is what I understand the first 30 hours are.
Yep.
And then it opens up. Once you get past that first the $30 tutorial, or 30-hour tutorial.
And everything you've done before that gets thrown out the window?
Yep.
Absolutely.
But, fuck, whatever. It's $8.
Yeah.
So.
13 is with lightning, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no interest in playing the sequels, but yeah, whatever. It's $8. I'm just trying to get it to run. I'm using the Durante who did the Dark Souls fix, DS fix for the Dark Souls. He fixes all. Basically, publishers put out broken PC games and he fixes them. So he made a nice one for Final. Well, when Final Fantasy 13 came out for PC, it was only 720. There was no like resolution option. For, like what the fuck? Like PC games from 15 years ago have better resolution. Square Enix, but they've patched it since. But anyways, his mod has like even higher, like 4K and lots of downsampling options and stuff. Unlocks the frame rate, but it makes it look a lot nicer. I'm trying to get it to work, but for some reason it works fine on my PC monitor. But if I use my TV as my output monitor, even though I have it set to borderless full screen, it doesn't take up my full screen. It's like 3/4 of it, and I can still see my desktop and stuff. So I'm trying to
play around with it.
I haven't actually got to play it yet because I spent like 3 hours trying to get it to work and couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, that's PC gaming.
Yeah, good times. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for me.
Sweet. Yeah, kind of with you, Sean. I haven't played nearly as much Destiny.
Yeah.
I do the weekly stuff, and that's about it. I'm playing more Crucible now than anything because, I do that. So
yeah, you do.
not that I ever get anything. The kids I wreck they get all the good shit. So you can go fuck yourself.
Well, why would you get rewarded for being good, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, life doesn't work that way. So
Wow.
Oh.
Anyways, but yeah, so you mentioned Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
So a friend of ours, we got playing that. Baldur's Gate is definitely an old favorite of mine.
Yeah.
I started with Baldur's Gate 2 for whatever reason because, like at the time, that's what was out, and the original Baldur's Gate was dated.
Yeah.
It's quite the improvement. So, with the enhanced edition, they're kind of the same now as far as actual gameplay and stuff. So that's why we're going through and playing through that, and then hopefully we can play through Baldur's Gate 2 as well. That's the goal.
That's the goal someday.
Would you say it's the dream?
No, that's the goal. You just said it.
I don't know.
The dream
Why
will
is it
occur
the dick?
this week.
It's kind of the dream. Those games are fun, man. The end of Baldur's Gate 2 is like crazy.
Yeah.
It's
I haven't
hard.
played. I remember my dad, when he was still using PCs for gaming when I was a kid, the 2 PC games he bought and installed, Baldur's Gate and Final Fantasy 7. Didn't play either of them. And back then the PC port for Final Fantasy was 4 discs.
Wow.
And yeah, it was just like...
It's funny how games like that were, because remember that too, Baldur's Gate was 4 discs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a grand total of what was the install? Like 1.5 gigs?
Yeah. It was like ridiculously small.
Was there on CD-ROMs at the time, right?
Totally,
Not DVDs,
yeah. So, but...
what is CDs hold? 750 megs?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just... Yeah, I never really played through the games. I've read books in that same...
The Forgotten Realms.
The Forgotten Realms.
Mm-hmm.
But I just never played it, and... Yeah, I'm having fun.
That's what makes them fun too. Is that if anyone has read through multiple of the authors, I know like R.S. or Elaine Cunningham. There's a bunch. There's endless, and there's usually references to all of them in the games. So that makes them really. They have a lot of lore in those games, which is cool.
Yeah.
I think we've played a little more H1Z1. Maybe
Not
not
since
lots,
last
but
week.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the plan this weekend. Since it's a long weekend, we'll kind of hunker down because they did a player wipe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that'd be nice. There's hope for us to not get gunned down everywhere we go again.
There's never hope.
There's never hope.
There was when we started,
Yeah.
man. That's the part that bugs me.
Yeah.
But and it sounds like they're continually updating it. You mentioned something about a lighting update.
Yeah,
some graphical
I'll show you
updates.
guys after they got a new lighting system which looks a lot better. You know, it won't make you survive any longer, but at least when you're dying, you'll be like, hey, this looks nice.
Well, they did a patch not long after it came out that really made the lighting better. Like it was noticeable. Like it made
Yeah,
it a lot better.
they had some weird. There was one. I think after one of the patches, there was like a weird brightness where it was like daylight and everything was like super bright.
Yeah.
So they've done a few tweaks to that, but this is kind of like an overhaul of the way it looks less flat. I guess it's very muted and washed out right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And yeah, I know it looks good. So we'll have to try that.
Cool.
Sweet.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's pretty much it. Nothing else. I don't think anything big came out last week worth. Like no big titles that everyone picked up or anything like that. So
Still on the
Check my
fence
games.
about
Nope. About Evolve?
Yeah, still on the fence about it. But other than that, nothing that really caught my eye. I think we'll jump into it a bit more.
is Evolve just a PC Xbox game?
PC, Xbox, PS4.
PS4.
Oh, it is on PS4. Okay.
I think they have same thing Sony had with Destiny, their marketing deal. I think Evolve has a
PS4.
no, it has a Xbox.
Really?
Marketing. Yeah, everything they've shown
trailers
is
on Steam. PS4.
Are you sure?
Guy, I see the blue light when he's playing.
Okay, I was positive they had a deal because all the commercials I've seen show the Xbox.
Oh, maybe
logo.
I was drinking.
Was it your own controller that you
Was
were
it
holding
just
in
a
front
beer
of your?
bottle?
Yeah.
Trying to play.
Are you sure it wasn't nothing?
Oh god.
Okay. Oh yeah. Anyways.
Yes.
All right. So moving on to the news.
Yeah.
We got some interesting stuff this week. This is weird. Layoffs at Daybreak Studios.
Yep.
So Sony, they break off from Sony, become
Yep.
independent. 2 weeks later,
Well,
you guys were.
I don't think they were totally independent. They were sold by Sony, right?
Yeah.
So someone bought them. So they have new owners, and I'm guessing there was probably because they were technically part of Sony before. There's probably a lot of people making a lot of money or high ups. There could have just been a lot of
They're just-
redundancy.
As bad as it sounds, they're just trimming the fat.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You know,
But I mean, that's a big deal. I mean, EverQuest was like one of the first MMOs, and to see that finally, people working on that finally get cut is kind of like
yeah,
really crazy. So there's a lot of openings in other places, and a lot of other people in the industry are reaching out. It's like, yeah, we have even people like from companies are like posting job postings for other companies.
Huh,
So
interesting.
like these guys are talented.
yeah.
And it's just they need to find a new home, which is too bad. But,
I wonder if this will affect H1Z1 at all.
I think I saw a tweet from one of the developers, kind of one of the public guys. Man, it's not affecting it that much.
Yeah, I get the feeling they're a pretty small team. Like because the president of formerly Sony Online Entertainment, John Smedley, he's very involved in tweeting about H1Z1 and talking about the updates, and he's like actively involved with banning hackers, and that seems like
An odd thing for the
it seems like a very kind of trivial thing for like the president of the studio to be involved with. So I think Sony Online Entertainment as a whole is actually a lot smaller than most people think.
Yeah.
Which is why I suspect PlanetSide 2 is taking so long to come to PS4. I'm guessing they probably only have they might have 10 guys working on that port.
Yeah.
And H1Z1, I wouldn't be surprised if that team is like less than 20. I don't picture this being like hundreds of.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Especially not now. With
Exactly. So,
playoffs.
and I don't know what their future plans are. Maybe they're just scaling down or just plan on moving forward with what they've currently got because they still got to make a PS4 version of H1Z1 and finish up the PlanetSide 2 one, and then I don't know what their plans are after that. So, I mean, PlanetSide 2 is 2 years old now.
Yeah, but they finally had a beta.
Yep.
Yay! Launch game 2 years later. Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll see. Hopefully the patches don't start coming for...
Yeah. No more patches.
What else? Titanfall 2. So, this is confirmed that it won't be an Xbox exclusive?
It's not confirmed what platforms it's coming to, but they've said it pretty much ever since the first one came out.
Well, there was rumors.
Well, no, they had
the first one being suddenly becoming multi-platform.
Yeah, they quashed that.
They quashed that.
Yeah.
But now that it's been out and I love Titanfall, but it kind of flopped on the two systems that it was on.
It's sold well, like sales wise, but
And
I think it didn't. Yeah, it didn't have legs, and I think they were hoping people would still be talking about it, but it kind of just, people played it for a couple months, and
yeah,
everyone seemed to think it was a good game. There just wasn't enough reason, I guess, to keep going back. I don't know what they could do, if they have like maybe more events, or they had really good DLC support from what I understand as well.
Yeah, I have all the DLC.
Yeah,
I never played any of them.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
But, no, they've been hinting ever since the first one came out. They quashed that. No, it's staying exclusive. But every time they were asked about a potential sequel, they would just say, like, our contract was only for Titanfall 1.
Yeah.
And, I imagine that exclusivity deal was made well before they knew that PS4 would be outselling Xbox One 2-1.
Oh, yeah.
Which is roughly what it is now. So, the news story said they were interviewed and they asked about, like, what... if it would be exclusive, and they said, no, we'll be bringing the next Titanfall to multiple platforms. But they didn't come out and say it, but it's going to be...
It's the Wii U.
Yeah, Wii U exclusive.
Wii U, Xbox One, and PC, that's it.
It just sucks because Xbox kind of needs some of their own exclusives.
They have stuff behind the scenes now that are... starting to get put into motion,
Yeah,
I think.
I don't know. I'm kind of with Brendan. Like what they're doing. I mean, they sold the most systems in the U.S. in November, December. So they're doing.
Yeah.
They're only sold half of what Sony sold, but they're still doing well. It's not like they're selling bad. And I don't think a lot of people buying them. I don't think care that much about.
No.
Because you bet 80% of the same games on both systems, right? It's just. For people that already have a PS4, if you want to sell them an Xbox, it becomes harder if you don't have exclusives, right?
Yeah.
That's my thing. If everything runs better on PS4, that's my preferred platform anyway. We all know that. But regardless, even if it wasn't, if everything runs better on it, it's like the same way most people bought 360 games last gen because they just generally ran better than PS3 ones, right? So, what else am I going to buy for my Xbox other than... the things I can only get on it, and Microsoft doesn't even seem to care because, Dead Rising 3, it came to PC.
That was after a while, though.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying,
yeah,
it's not an exclusive anymore. Rise came to PC, and it wasn't even that long. It was 6 months later.
That's true.
So, and there's Amazon France listed Sunset Overdrive in the Halo collection for PC.
But I think compared to last year, what's just how many PS4 exclusives came out last year?
Well, the problem is, how do you define exclusive? Do you define it? You can only play it on the PS4, or is it only on PlayStation consoles like PS3, PS4?
PS4.
So only on PS4.
Yeah.
Infamous Second Son.
Mm-hmm.
Drive Club.
Yep.
I'm forgetting. Trying to look at.
Because you bought most of the exclusives.
Well, I buy most games. The only ones I can think of are Infamous Second Son. Are you talking just first party?
Well,
there's not really any.
Just exclusives.
Yeah, the only ones I can think of are just 2014.
Yes.
Or total.
I think just
total.
2014. I heard an interesting stat. Is all I'm saying.
Okay.
So I think it was only 5.
There wasn't 5 last year.
Not last year. From its launch.
Okay. Well, if we're going from launch, Knack, Drive Club.
Yeah.
Infamous Second Son.
Yeah.
Killzone Shadowfall.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think. Well, I guess Resogun. Do you count digital games?
No.
Triple
A.
Okay.
Triple A.
So I only got 4. I'm sure there's more.
So it's roughly 5. We'll say.
Okay. Yeah.
Xbox One.
Well, does Halo count? Because those are remasters. If that counts, then does The Last of Us count?
So that's the 5th one. Yeah, we'll go with that. So we got the Master Chief Collection.
Mm-hmm.
We got
Forza Motorsport 5.
Forza Motorsport 5. Whatever you said.
Sunset Overdrive.
Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah.
I forget what the list, but apparently since launch, Xbox One has had more exclusives.
Well, I think it did originally, but then since 2 of those went to PC,
Okay,
Forza Horizon 2 is also on 360. Neither one of them have had a ton, really.
Fair enough. Then
Yeah.
maybe my stat in this whole 2
That's okay.
minutes of mumbling.
Well, if you actually had the stats, it would be easier, Sean. Kind of just spitballing here. But yeah, I don't know. That's just what I'm saying, is neither one of them, if you have one console, if you have an Xbox One, I don't really think you need a PS4 right now. Maybe you will once Bloodborne and Uncharted 4 comes out, but unless...
Yeah.
I like Killzone and Infamous, so I wanted it for that, but if you don't really care about those franchises, it doesn't make sense to own 2 consoles, right?
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yet here we are.
And yet,
Xbox One, PS4.
I didn't say my Xbox One was a smart choice, I just felt like I had to have it.
got a Wii U.
I like my Wii U, man.
Yeah.
Don't knock the Wii U. I got Mario Party 10 pre-order. We're gonna drink and play that.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah. Better believe it.
Stream that. 50.
I also got the
game.
Amiibo bundle. Comes with the Mario Amiibo. My first Amiibo.
It's awesome.
It's so stupid. I fucking hate those Amiibos. I don't understand them. They're like such a big deal. They don't fucking do anything. They give you like a skin in a game when you scan them. Who cares?
I think in Smash Bros you can...
Yeah, you build up your character and you can fight for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. What else happened in the news?
How did we even get on that? What were we talking about?
I have no clue.
Well, Titanfall exclusivity is how we got on the topic.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Battlefield Hardline beta
Yep.
drew 6 million people, or registered users, I guess.
Yeah.
Downloads. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Not one of them was us.
No.
Oh,
I
surprisingly.
was always tempted to download it, and I never did.
Did you?
I downloaded it and I didn't play it, and then it expired, so I deleted it without even launching it.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nicely
Did you
done.
see who did play it?
No.
Kyle bought it. Or played it.
Oh, did he?
The other day, yeah. He's
Huh?
So there you
Cool.
go. Yeah. That's awesome.
Call up and see what he thought.
Guest appearance.
Yeah.
I didn't even look at it because.
You know what? The alpha kind of scared me away from it.
Yeah, the alpha. Well, yeah,
I mean, yes, things have changed, obviously.
Well, it's what, almost a year since the alpha.
Hmm?
It's almost been a year since
That
the
was
alpha.
at
It was like last summer, June, I'd say.
Yeah, it was during E3.
So quite a while.
Yeah.
So I would hope that the beta is slightly more polished.
Not from what I read. It's funny because Sean was saying the alpha scared him away. I actually kind of like the alpha, and then the reason I didn't get around to playing is because I read all the impressions of this new beta, and they were not good.
Really?
It sounded like they added more modes and stuff like that, but it sounded like it was basically not that much different.
So was it still the same one map?
No, there's more. Let's just say more maps and more modes and stuff. But the
Yeah.
core game was, I don't know. And apparently it's ugly. They haven't fixed because it's ridiculous. The Battlefield 4 was 900p on PS4
Yeah.
and 720 on Xbox One, which at launch okay, but now we're like a year and a half later. Like Xbox One games now are minimum 900.
Yeah.
Like, even Assassin's Creed Unity, which runs like fucking dog shit. I played it. It's 900, and then Battlefield Hardline. It's the same resolution. Battlefield 4, 720 on Xbox and 900p on PS4. It's like, what the fuck? What did you do for a year? It doesn't look any better.
I'll tell you one thing.
Why is it still running like ass?
They didn't fix Battlefield 4. No, but I think the alpha made me want to play Battlefield 4 more because it has more stuff. And now, if you're telling me it's running the exact same. I mean, I have no desire to buy it, and I'll just...
It just sucks because it almost feels like Battlefield is following in the same scheme as Call of Duty.
Absolutely, they are.
Because
Absolutely.
Battlefield 3 came out, and
yeah.
it was Battlefield 3 was really impressive, right?
Mhm.
You know, and
But Battlefield... sorry, go on.
Yeah, it was... except for me, obviously, because it never ran once.
And the roles are reversed. I can't... It doesn't work on my computer
Yeah,
now.
and Battlefield 4 worked perfectly for me. I don't fucking get it.
It worked for me at launch, and then they patched something.
Like,
and
literally
now it
never
doesn't-
crashed. I can't explain it. Good job, Dice.
No, I think because once DICE kind of took control, they were saying, "Oh no, this is the Call of Duty killer," and then that's when it became
No. It wasn't DICE. It was EA. Don't you blame DICE.
throwing people under the bus left, right, and
Isn't
center.
DICE like a German developer too? Like their base is out of Germany.
Yeah, they're
'Cause
European
I'm trying
for
to
sure.
look up their website and stuff, and like it's confusing.
They're European, but they did all the Battlefield games, and they were good until like 3 was like the turning point, and then the stuff with 4, there was that leaked memo that came out around the time 4 came out. It was basically EA saying, like DICE was saying, our game isn't finished, and EA was like, I don't care. We need to ship this before Call of Duty because they got it out like a week before Ghosts or something like that. And it was like, okay, well, it's pretty fucking obvious what they're doing here.
Yeah. So, okay, EA said that they want Battlefield to be the COD killer. And it's it happens to every game that gets annualized. The quality just drops.
Yep.
But Brendan's right. Like, they're falling into the same thing Call of Duty did. Now you're getting like an annual Battlefield.
Yeah.
3 to 4. Like, 4 still was a good looking game when it came out, but it basically reused the 3 engine with like some slight tweaks here, the Levolution stuff.
Yeah.
Then now you look at what Call of Duty's doing. They gave a development team a whole 3 years to make a game. Advanced Warfare, like they built a brand new engine. It looks really good. It plays good.
That's
like it's significant improvement.
Yeah.
So I don't know what, because I don't think the hardline is the answer. I think hardline is kind of like what Call of Duty did with Modern Warfare, right? That they did that a couple times. Like, well, let's Black Ops, and then Black Ops was born out of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I guess Ghost essentially.
And look how well that turned.
Yeah.
So I think that's all they've done now. It's like, well, we'll just switch up the idea a little bit, and hopefully it sells, right?
Yeah.
Play the
it's also hilarious how bad timing they have with it, with all of like the police abuse and cop shootings and stuff going on in the States.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, here's a game where you play as cops, like shooting people, and they're like vigilante cops. Like, it's just, I know it's not their fault, but it's fucking hilarious how, like, if this comes out soon and this politics stuff in the US doesn't go away, it's going to get blasted in the media.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All the more reason to bring back Bad Company.
They should. Bad Company was... I didn't play the first one, but I played the campaign in Bad Company 2, and it was fucking good.
Yeah.
So...
Well, we'll have to see. Is there a release date for Battlefield Hardline?
I think there is, but...
Like next November?
I think there is, but nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. Seriously, I don't... I think it's like summer... Because I remember it got delayed. It was originally supposed to launch like last fall.
Yeah.
And then the alpha came out and everybody was like, what is this? And they're like, oh, we're just kidding.
Push it back. Push it back.
Fix it, guys.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. I know you guys are excited for this. Persona 5 trailer.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Oh...
You're more excited because you've put like a million hours into Persona 4. I only have like 10 or 15 hours in it. But I already know it's good.
Oh.
Yeah. When you want to switch seats? I'm uncomfortable here.
What's
so awesome about it is
the Catherine engine?
Yeah. That.
Yeah.
The gameplay is, like, just from the snippets that they showed in that trailer, completely different. It's faster. I don't know. I would like to just go through and just watch that trailer over and over again.
Yeah, I've only watched it twice, and they don't show you. It's very quick cuts. It's hard to get a sense. Like they showed you kind of the team up, where they all do their combined attack. Yeah. But yeah, like the hopping across the chandeliers and stuff, like kind of stealth, and when you're kind of crouched in behind those walls and like zipping from.
It's faster than well, at least because I fell in love with Persona on the the Vita.
Yeah.
So maybe there was some minor changes to that game, but I don't think there was all that much.
From the PS2 one, you mean?
Yeah.
No, it was like...
The changes that, like, you could go outside at night.
Yeah.
That was the biggest change.
Mm-hmm.
Gameplay-wise, it's the same game.
Yeah.
So to see kind of that fast pace...
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, we skipped a generation basically because you went Persona 4 Golden, which is like a Vita game.
Yeah. That's
just an up-res port of a PS2 game.
I know.
They didn't put out a Persona for the PS3 at all. And now Persona 5, it is PS3, but it's also PS4. So it's like, it's at least one generation, kind of like a 1.5.
Yeah, it's like a 1.5 hybrid.
Yeah. And I mean, it still doesn't look, it's still like Catherine. It's like a stylized.
Oh, yeah.
It's not pushing any limits, but it's just cool to see.
But that's never the point of those games.
Yeah. It's got more of an adult kind of look to it, I feel, too. Like the character designs and the atmosphere. I
think that's a good... The art direction for that is really interesting, especially because with the themes that they usually deal with, they can kind of get a tad bit dark.
Yeah. You mean with the people dying?
Oh, yeah, you know.
That's not a dark theme.
I just remember the first kind of murder that occurs in Persona 4. I went in completely blind, pretty much. And it's just like this...
Remember, I haven't...
It's... You literally don't deal with it.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
It's like...
The one that hanging from the... Yeah.
It's like an antenna.
Yeah.
And then you see this girl...
I know, I wasn't
on the
expecting
antenna,
that.
and I'm like, holy shit.
Well, because you start the game, it's that J-pop music.
Yeah.
You're like, alright, going to school, blah, blah, and then it's just like your TV, and then like the next day, dead bodies.
And
like,
you're just like,
Yeah.
So I kind of like that it looks a little bit darker, and it deals with the same things, like the social aspect. I'm really excited to see what they've changed with
they confirmed social links are back in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's always a good thing. But yeah, I'm pumped.
Can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they have a dog.
No, it's a cat.
It's also a dog.
What?
Yeah, it's like a dog walking one way in the trailer, and then it flips, and it's the cat running the other way. Blow your mind.
Are you sure?
I haven't watched it in a couple days.
Okay.
I may have also been
That's cool.
drunk
No.
at 5 a.m.
Okay. We'll get all this sorted out by the next podcast.
Yeah.
All these things that are up in the air.
And then I'm also excited to see like what other characters, because that's coming out this year, isn't it?
It's supposed... They've confirmed... At PSX, they confirmed... It was always announced for 2015.
Yeah.
But we weren't sure. They had said it would be localized in the West. At PSX, they confirmed it will be released in the West in 2015.
Yeah.
I believe the Japanese version is still scheduled for summer.
So we're looking holiday.
I'm thinking, because it's... I mean, they have to... if there's like signs and stuff in the backgrounds that they have to translate. There's a ton of dialogue.
Yeah. Tons of dialogue.
I would love to get it, around the same time, but...
It's probably...
it'd be a holiday title, which is fine.
Yeah. Whew.
Cool.
Yeah. Brandon's like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't know what. I'm not.
Guess we didn't really explain Persona at all.
I have kind of an idea of what it's about,
Yeah.
but
It's like it's really unique. Like I never played another game. You by day you're at in Persona 4 you go to a high school and the day is just about like attending your classes, making friends, kind of like
Building up your social
it
Social
sounds like a
and-
typical Japanese.
yeah. And then by night you go in dungeons and just like fight enemies with swords and shit and like beat
So-
bosses and
What happens at night is... it's different in every game.
just use Persona 4.
Yeah, Persona 4. There's an urban legend in the city where at midnight your TV will turn on and the person that you see is your fated person, like the person you're going to be with for the rest of your life type thing.
Oh.
So this has been a myth throughout the city. And then you're just in this little town. And so what happens is you move into this town, you're living with some relatives, and you see a person on the TV after hearing it, and you're like, oh my god, it's real, it's real. That's the first person that dies. And so it's kind of unraveling that mystery, and that you go into the TV at night.
Right.
Yeah, there's like a TV world that you enter, and then
Yeah.
you have there's shadows of yourselves. Like you have to fight like an alternate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's messed up, but it's
It
really-
shows your inner darkness. So you saying that you're the best bowler in the world on the outside.
Yeah, so you'll have a shadow
is the
person in
best
there.
bowler.
Yeah.
I'd be the worst bowler.
No, he is the best bowler, and he knows it. But yeah, it's a interesting kind of, I guess, dichotomy. What you do during the day and during the night. That's probably not the right word. I just wanted to use it.
That's all right.
Good word.
You threw it out there.
Really good word.
Yeah.
A for
Interesting contrast.
Never played that game.
Interesting.
Yeah, me neither.
That's a game.
No contrast.
Yeah, it was like a PC game and a launch PS4 game that nobody played.
Yeah.
Sadness.
I heard it was okay. Just I just I don't want to insult them.
No,
I'm sure they worked hard on it. It seemed like a fine game.
Yeah.
Just didn't interest me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Moving along, we got new Resogun DLC.
We do.
I guess that's interesting because Resogun has been out for over a year now,
It was a launch title, yeah.
Yeah.
and it just came out this week.
It just came out yesterday, I think, actually.
So I think there was a bunch of patches and free content.
Yeah, they've had a mix of paid and free DLC ever since it launched. Let's see if I can pull up the list of. I think there was a list of some of the added stuff in there too.
But
Did
then
you
there
get
was also
another controller?
No, I have 2. This one and I got one for Christmas, the camel one.
I thought that was like a weird PS1 remake thing.
Oh, I wish they sell that. I'd pay like $500 for
missed
that.
it. It's up.
Did I?
Yeah, Resogun on the left. But yeah, so they also had a new mode called Defenders. I think that's already out.
Yeah, Defenders is out.
Yeah, so you can. It's like a new paid mode. I have no clue what that is because Resogun I can't beat the second level and I cried. So
It's a hard
Play it on
game.
easy. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so the Heroes expansion. This came out last summer, I guess. Alternate game mode as well.
Oh, cool.
Heroes
You're just gonna
expansion.
buy it? Oh,
Take the battle to Avernus and blast your way through 2 new game modes in the Heroes expansion. Take on wave after wave of enemies, blah, 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 and use the all-new Wrecking Balls to cause maximum destruction in demolition mode.
The
does
last
the
humans
Miley,
need a
does the
hero.
Miley Cyrus song come in?
Well, what Miley Cyrus song?
I came in like a wrecking ball.
No, it doesn't.
That's when you use the bomb.
Oh, fuck you, Miley. Ted! But yeah, Defenders is also a new mode, and then...
Well, according to our news,
mhm.
photo editor mode, weekly challenges, 50 additional normal challenges, 26 human skins, concept art, 225 feats, which I'm assuming are
Like challenges or achievements.
yeah,
type
which
thing, I
are
guess.
linked to trophies.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And 9 free new free trophies.
Cool.
Free trophies? They wouldn't be free.
Well, sometimes you have... if the DLC is paid, then you have to pay...
Oh, so they just add more trophies.
So is this all
Yeah, yeah.
free
So anyone that's
update?
platinum?
Yeah, the separate Defenders mode is paid, but all that stuff listed is all part of the free.
Oh,
They also have like a weekly challenges thing going out where every week there's like a challenge like beat this level, by only moving right on the screen or something without moving left.
Huh.
So
You can move left.
I've been doing it wrong.
you're an ambi-turner. Yeah, so challenges, compete in single player weekly and online challenges to earn challenge points. There's a new rank system, gain ranks and unlock new challenges by earning challenge points. Become the hero that Resogun deserves.
Dark Rezo.
Yeah. And then, yeah, there's like a bunch of new... There's supposedly a bunch of new human skins too, but I guess I have to unlock them.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh. So that's it for news this week.
Oh, damn.
I can't. Well, yeah, I don't think anything else has been really going on. I thought there was some Bloodborne stuff, but
There's been a bunch of Bloodborne stuff on IGN this week, just because that's their
Yeah.
game of the month.
I looked at that too. It's just... one of them was like an 18-minute gameplay video.
Yeah.
One of them just showed off the character creator. Very similar to...
oh,
I
know
can't-
what I was thinking of is. I think this was last week though,
Mhm.
because of Bloodborne, that there was a Dark Souls patch that actually changed the ending.
Yes. It makes it I think it draws it out a bit
It
more.
makes it a bit more like how Dark Souls should
It's
be.
not just a cutscene, and then you go back to the bonfire, and it's like, okay, game's
Yeah,
over.
I didn't.
You go.
Yeah, I totally forgot about it. Whereas,
Oh, okay.
But I
I
don't-
Dark Souls, the first one, is much more like kind of. Well, you beat Demon Souls, right, Jeff?
Yeah, I beat it with you guys.
Okay, so this is spoilers.
Maybe I don't remember it, but I beat it. You know, good memories.
With
You're gonna spoil it for him? Huh? Like, come on.
what happens at the end of Demon Souls?
We killed that old king dude.
Right. Okay,
You-
so you
you
go
go
to the
down.
Nexus, right? You go to the
Yeah.
Nexus, and then so you have,
Yeah, you go underneath the Nexus.
right. You have two options. You can kill the old king, or I think you have to kill
No,
him.
you kill the old king. You make a decision to walk out
Right, yeah.
Right,
or kill the
the
bandaged
witch.
lady.
The maiden in black.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Right.
maiden.
We didn't kill the maiden, did we? I like her.
It depends on which playthrough I played through. If it was like
It
New
does
Game
different
Plus,
things.
I think I beat it with Brendan and John, not you. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
no, it's okay. I mean,
We beat it multiple
the
times.
amount of hours I put into that game, I'm pretty sure I beat it without you more than once.
I'm sure I only beat it once. You should see the amount of hours I have. I have like 3 files, and they all have like 60 hours.
Yeah.
I did like fuck all.
Because at the end of it, if you kill the maiden, you get the soul of beast or whatever, which you need for a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
So
right.
in one, like my first playthrough, I didn't because I was a nice guy. Second playthrough, I did. And then...
Well, because when you do it that way, the game, either way, is still ambiguous about what happens to the world, right?
Yeah.
That's what makes them so interesting, is that, you know, Demon Souls is a completely different world, Dark Souls is a completely different world. Dark Souls 2, I believe it's the same world, but they're entirely different ages.
Yeah.
And so the ending of the first Dark Souls and its ambiguity can kind of tell a story of how things happen in Dark Souls 2, and that's what makes the ending of Dark Souls good.
Yeah. This one is like, okay, I killed the person.
It's like it's just there you go, that's it. And so they made it so now that you know, you get a bit more of like you have a choice of how you want to shape the world.
You do have a choice. It's just the choice doesn't make sense before the patch.
Well, you only, I guess,
Because I don't want to spoil it for him, because I know he's going to play Dark Souls 2.
I'm not worried about the story, so don't. You guys
You can-
and I'll forget it by then anyway.
You can walk into I almost call it an oven, because it was like
a weird hut thing.
yeah, and then
Well,
either
it's basically
you
you
leave or you go in.
Well, yeah, but if you leave, nothing happens.
You know what? Funny story. When you go in, the thing closes and nothing happens.
That's it's just, it's
And then
basically
you
you go
end up
into
back
the
at the
chair
bonfire.
and it's just like you're the king now,
Yeah.
and then that's it.
But
That's it.
yeah.
There's nothing else to it, and then you wake up and you're at the bonfire again.
Yeah.
Whereas, like in the other games, it's like that kind of ends, and then the new game plus begins, and you just keep going with your character.
And so my problem with that, with the new patch, is I'm afraid that it's going to kick me into New Game Plus.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to kill the dragon.
But you haven't.
I beat the game.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But I didn't kill.
I
the
don't think
optional
it'll
game.
automatically kick you in a New Game Plus.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You could just not patch it.
It's already patched. PS3 automatic update.
Oh, PS3.
But you can. I was going to say you could just delete the patch data, but then it's not usually backwards compatible because your game save is from a newer version. Yeah. You're fucked.
I'm screwed.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
You're fucked.
It's okay. I'll just buy the PC version. That looks so good.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for the news this week. Do we?
Been a while since you did the news jingle.
Yeah, I know, and I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
Do we need to set our video limit, or we keep going? Okay.
No, we're good.
No. Okay.
We're good.
Not using my piece of shit phone.
Whoa.
Right. Yeah, my phone's being a piece of shit. It's at 5% for some reason today.
Oh,
What?
that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what
Throw it on the ground.
It's awesome.
All right, so we have a talking point for today.
This is rare.
We never have time for talking points.
This is unbelievable.
So Xbox One, PlayStation 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's been well over 1 year later. So, kind of, I guess, reevaluate where the systems are now and what is happening now, and how's it looking, and what's coming up for them.
Well, what do you think, Jeff?
Well, I have both, so I can weigh in.
Yeah.
Would you like me to weigh in?
I mean, you have both.
Well, I didn't own an Xbox One at launch, so I can't necessarily offer first-hand experience on what the launch
Was like?
Yeah, it's a fine system. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. It plays games. I have no problems with it. It's again, I didn't have it at launch, but from what I understand, it's very different than it was at launch. The one thing Microsoft does well is they have every single month they have significant updates and patches where they're adding features, adding new stuff, making improvements, which is good because they were very far behind.
Yeah.
With their direct competitor, the PS4. but they added Twitch only a few months after launch. PS4 had it built in, but I mean now it basically does everything PS4 does and more. They've got, I think they already have media streaming on it.
Their Twitch app is better.
Yes, and I'm going to get to that.
Yeah.
It's better, but it's made shitty by. This is my experience. Your experience may vary. I was trying to use it to stream the Halo 5 beta, and it was just infuriating because like I don't connect, so you have to snap it, which is fine. You just double tap the home or guide button or whatever, and then that brings up your snap menu. But it's just so slow and laggy.
Oh,
like I double tap and then I have to wait for it to come up, and then I like click sign in with Twitch, and like every little button I click, it just takes like. I mean, it's not like I'm waiting like 3 minutes, but it just I'm used to like a computer or whatever, like where things are just like click and it happens, and it reminded me a lot of the PS3 experience, where like not quite that bad, where everything is just loading, and then even when I'm using the dashboard on it, if I try to browse through stuff too quickly or like back out, it'll kind of hitch up for a second or freeze. It just feels very sluggish.
Oh, okay.
And it's like when you're just playing games, you don't give a shit. It's fine, but when you're actually trying to go through the menus and do stuff, like I'm trying to snap Twitch and then switch back to the Halo game because I'm playing, and I don't know, it just.
Oh, I thought. Well,
but yeah, like the app design and stuff like that is very nice.
So here's a question, because this kind of makes or break my argument for that app. Can you stream any channel, or can you watch any channel? So if they're playing a PC game, or if they're playing a PS4 game, can you watch it on that app? Because I thought you could.
Yeah, you can watch streams on the app, so you can have a stream of something that you're watching, but you can be playing something.
Yes,
that's my impression.
But
I haven't done it.
But like, so you can go and watch like any game not attached to the Xbox. Because with the PS4,
it's only PS4 streams.
Only PS4 streams.
Yeah.
My impression or my understanding is that it's literally a Twitch app like you have on your phone and your iPad, and it's just.
Really hope that they make changes and they have a Twitch app that is like that for PS4.
Yeah, there just is no Twitch app. Like there's Live at PlayStation, which is Sony's own thing, but the Twitch app from Microsoft was actually released by Twitch, so I don't know why. I don't know if they just don't care about releasing a PS4 app. Like I don't know if Microsoft approached them and asked them to make it, or if they offered one to Sony and Sony doesn't want it. I don't know what the
Sorry,
but it would be nice. It's another, if I want, I watch streams on my PC, but it'd be nice to just boot them up on my PS4 as well sometimes.
I use the browser.
Oh, okay.
Right now I use it.
Yeah. The Wii U actually has a really good internet browser. You'd be surprised to learn that.
That's the one with the curtains.
Yeah. It's surprisingly fast. People have done speed tests on it.
Oh, really?
It does I think like the Note 4 or something, the Wii U browser outperformed it in speed.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. It's still not your ideal browsing experience, but in terms of raw speed, it's actually apparently pretty good.
Got the curtains, man.
Yeah.
Hit a button and curtains. Oh, it's so good.
Sounds like a Mario Paint thing or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I think both systems have done a good job. Microsoft's last year was very dry for the early part of the year, and then like September, October, November was like, boom, Forza Horizon 2, boom, Sunset Overdrive, boom, Master Chief Collection. Whereas Sony's were more like you had Infamous in March, Last of Us Remastered in July, Drive Club in October, Little Big Planet in November. Different strategies, but both of them I think had pretty good.
Could you imagine if the number of games that got delayed that were supposed to come out in the fall still came out in the fall?
Oh god, like Batman.
It would be like mayhem.
Yeah. Well, it already was there's like Little Big Planet 3. I think sold in its first week 134,000 copies combined. PS4 and PS3.
Yeah.
No, Little Big Planet.
Oh, sorry.
Because it just and that series sells. They never sell great out of the gates, but
yeah,
they're all multi-million sellers, and it's just like honestly, who's gonna? I bought Little Big Planet, but who's like Far Cry, GTA, Dragon Age?
So
it's just.
It's kind of like it's not as on the biggest scale, but I mean, because when did the first Little Big Planet come out? 2008, 9?
I want to say 2009, and then number 2 like 2011.
Because that was pre-Minecraft, right?
Yeah. Yep.
No. Or at least, very least, before it hit.
Minecraft may have been in very early. Minecraft was not. It was not popular
on PC or whatever.
Yeah, nobody had heard of Minecraft at that point.
Yeah.
No.
That was more like 2011, right? So I mean, they're kind of similar in that way, especially with the.
Yeah, they both did a lot to pioneer kind of the creating your own.
Yeah, so I can see how like it had a foothold in with Sony or PS4 players.
But just one of those, it's just one of those things where people couldn't pick all their games, and it's like,
Yeah.
And not only that, there's no marketing for it. No, it just got shoved out the door like Sony does with most of their games.
Yeah, it's a good time.
But
I think
The messaging app, how's that on the Xbox versus?
it worked at launch. Anyways,
yeah, the
One
PS4
day-
one was weird. It worked. I swear to God, everything worked fine until Destiny launched.
yeah.
I don't know if it was related or not, but it was like the first 6 months were fine, and then just around that summer, around Destiny in September, then the messaging.
The one thing about the Xbox messaging, they get a lot of spam.
They do, and I do remember that from the 360 days. Is you will
Yeah.
get random messages
Really?
from
Oh, that's weird.
You get a
accounts and
lot of
stuff.
spam, and apparently recently it's been getting worse.
Oh, okay. I know their party system on the Xbox is fucked.
Yeah.
Apparently, Microsoft's like they're abandoning it and introducing a new 2015 party with like a new matchmaking system. But it's just like, especially like things like the Halo collection, they apparently work decently if you're like playing by yourself, but not just like if you're in a party. Just everything like Destiny, Halo, everything gets fucked. And like if you get an error in the game, it kicks everyone out of the party.
Really?
It's just I don't know.
That's the one thing I like about the PS4 app. The PS4, it's party chat.
Mm-hmm.
It makes Destiny playable. Destiny's audio in headphones,
Yeah.
ridiculously loud.
Oh, is it?
You also cannot edit it.
Oh.
It's it is better preferable to play in a party versus the in-game fire team chat
Yeah.
for certain games.
Mm-hmm.
The party chat in PS4 is definitely good.
Yeah.
That's kind of how exactly it worked in Xbox 360. So like, I'm just surprised to hear that the Xbox One somehow screwed it up.
That's what people were saying. They were like, it was because I didn't use it with 360, but everything I read is like, you had it perfect with 360.
Yeah, exactly.
How did you do a flip and fuck up party chat, something you're so good at, and basically invented on consoles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But no, I mean, I think both systems had a decent first year. They had really good third-party support. I've got a big stack of games there. I was never short of games to play, especially on PS4. Every week or two, there's, even if it's not a retail release, there's something in the store, a little small indie title or something that looks good. Lots of like Final Fantasy 14.
Yep.
Lots of PC ports and stuff like that. So
A lot of indie support for the PS4, which they touted way when they announced it.
yeah,
But Xbox is working on it as well. That was a big thing.
Yes,
at,
they have been
E3,
making a huge push
was
for it.
trying to.
they just need to drop their parity clause. It's just fucking stupid. I don't know why they're doing it.
That's in regards to.
If your game
Has
your
to be
game
out
comes out
first.
on another console first, you're not allowed to release it on Xbox One.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, I'm trying to think, but it's stupid because they make exceptions all the time. It's like, well, if you're gonna make exceptions, then just drop the parity clause. Because a lot of developers that say like, we started developing for PS4 and then we wanted to go to Xbox One, but we're running out of money, so we have to get our game out right now.
Yeah.
So we need to release it on PS4 and use that money to like continue our Xbox One version. But if we release it on PS4, then we can't. But we can't delay the PS4 version because we literally don't have the money to spend all this time working. Like, it's just,
It's a bit odd.
yeah.
You would think that case, Microsoft's in a position just to be like, well, here's some money.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure they do. I'm sure that
Yeah.
happens
Oh,
in
they totally
cases,
do.
right? That's probably happens on bigger scales, though. Bigger games and
Mhm.
bigger third parties. So
But I think their idea was like they would get more games coming to Xbox first, or like more games on Xbox. But
yeah, starting development on
it seems to me like what's happening is developers are just not putting out games for the Xbox.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't see how anybody wins from that.
No one wins.
Yeah.
What about you, Brennan? What do you think? First year and a bit.
You see, it's different for me because I was definitely more of an Xbox 360 fan, or just Xbox fan in general, right?
Yeah. we
You
forced
guys
you to
were
get
always a bit
PS4.
more of the Sony guys and the PlayStation guys and everything. And like I had a PS3 at the end.
Yeah.
Like it was. I'm glad I got to play The Last of Us and
Damn right you are.
You know, Uncharted and Mass Effect. You know.
Oh, I hate you.
It's funny
Can't even
because
look at you.
We've lent him Mass Effect, Uncharted. How many?
That's it.
Those are the main two. I don't know how long you had my Mass Effect. All I know is that you did not open it.
I
once.
did.
No, he became a Spectre.
I
remember?
did.
Sorry, he played an hour.
It's like 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of a
I did
60-hour
not
game.
start Uncharted.
Yeah. Someday. So just wait for that collection, man.
That's what I'm waiting for,
Oh,
because
yeah.
it
Just
only
do the
makes
Mass
sense.
Effect 3 multiplayer. Thinking of all these games that I've already played to the ground, and now I want to play them again. God damn it.
Join the club, man.
Yeah. Ah.
But anyway, so after launch and stuff, it definitely sounds like that. The PS4 had a jump start, right?
Mhm.
And while Xbox is getting back up there and slowly improving, it kind of, I don't know. It still seems like Sony has the edge a little bit. I thought Master Chief Collection and the Halo 5 beta and leading up to that was going to be the turning point. That's what I was getting excited for.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then just hearing how bad the Master Chief launch was, like, really turned me off from, making sure I was going to have an Xbox One this season.
Didn't the Microsoft just announce that beta program?
Yeah, they
is completely axed?
they squashed it. They're indefinitely now.
I think what must have happened is it just wasn't ready and they wanted it for the holiday.
Yeah,
And that's because, I mean, it's not on the same scale, but Little Big Planet 3 had some significant bugs, and the online in that is actually completely broke. I tried to play with a couple people at launch.
You played with me.
Well, that was share play, which is a bit different because you were basically acting as a second controller. The local play was fine. It was like the online co-op portion of it where you're like actually matchmaking stuff was, you literally couldn't have joined a game or it would crash to blue screen. You just didn't hear much about it because it's Little Big Planet. It's not Halo. But that was the same thing. I think Sony needed a game out for the holiday.
Yeah.
well, it's just
And-
it because you need something big to try and really push the consoles, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's the number one selling time of the year. So it's not surprising, and yeah, it's just
But just reading the way that they talk about the Master Chief Collection, like with their patch, they said when they canceled it, well, we were going to do a beta update for everybody to test externally, but now we've decided to just test it ourselves internally. And then they said something to the effect of, we also encountered some unexpected challenges and things we didn't realize were going on, and now we have to go back and change a bunch of stuff. And when I read between lines, it sounds like they still don't know what's wrong with it.
yeah.
You think by this point, it came out in November, you think this is like the final patch that's going to finally fix it, and it still seems like they're trying to just, I don't know if it'll ever be fixed fully.
Yeah, but that makes me worry about Halo 5.
Well, and again, this is where, like, 343, from what I understand, had a small role in Master Chief. It was like 5 studios worked on it. I didn't realize this till recently. There was like 4 or 5, it was a whole bunch, like, someone handled the campaigns, and I think, like, someone might have handled, like, Halo 1 and 3 multiplayer, and...
So you
3
think it's just too many hands in the pie type thing?
It seems like it. You can look it up.
Yeah.
I know there was a few different studios that worked on it.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I mean, that makes
343.
sense because, I mean, it's obviously a big job, but like 343 has to be working on Halo 5.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's where most of their team was. So they probably have some guys working on this, and I know they published it, but...
Because I heard good things about the beta, the Halo 5 beta.
mhm.
Yeah.
I heard it was polished and it looked good to me. I watched some videos of it. I watched some MLG guys play it.
Nice.
You didn't watch my stream where I died? I think I went 5-40. Or our team went 5-50. I think I went like 1-20.
He went 5 and
25.
40.
Nope, I didn't see that.
Oh, okay,
I
yeah,
didn't
this
get
much.
the memo. So I don't know. It's Halo 5 is supposed to come out in what? March? Or no, sorry, next fall.
Whoa.
Sorry.
What?
Sorry.
Next month! Holy shit. Yeah, they've said a holiday. I don't think they've given... I would expect probably similar November time frame.
Yeah. So it's... I mean, in PS4's defense, there's a lot more coming out for it. The Order, Bloodborne.
Uncharted 4.
That's all coming out,
Mhm.
before. I don't know what other big names coming out for Xbox.
I got a big name that's coming out for both. Dragon Ball Z, Xenoverse.
Yep.
They're really.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. That's a tangent in itself.
The Xbox, they do have some stuff coming out this year. There's Scalebound, I think, is next year, but Quantum Break is just, it could be good.
What happened to, I think they're still coming out, Fortnite, from, no, it's not Gearbox, no. Guys who did Gears of War.
Oh, Gearbox.
Epic?
No, Epic.
Epic Games?
Yeah. Fortnite's still happening, as far as I know.
I haven't heard anything about it in a long time.
Yeah.
I thought that was a PC game.
No.
Was it coming for Xbox?
It's coming for Xbox.
Oh.
So.
Hmm.
But yeah. I think, since Brendan stopped talking, I'm going to talk about...
Sure.
I'm going to talk about what I've thought of this year.
Yeah.
I've kind of been more on the PS4 side of things. I opted out of buying the Xbox at the weirdest time. My reasons were they went back on their whole DRM thing, and it's like they flip-flopped, and I was just like, meh. I would have liked to see what it was.
I was on that too, and yeah,
Because they had interesting ideas.
I did, and I thought some of the ideas were good.
Yeah.
There was some good ideas, but it was buried under a lot of bad shit.
But
that's the share family sharing thing sounded cool.
Yeah. So when they said, okay, no, we're doing this instead, I kind of was like, well, then it's the same thing. It's like, well, 80% of the games are going to be on there. I like the PS3. I've played that more. I have more friends playing the PS3. I went to PS4. It was just like that transition, like, okay, screw it.
Yeah.
That's it for me. I thought the PS4 had a pretty solid year. A lot of indie games came out, a lot of free-to-play games came out that I was excited about. The messaging app blew up. I don't know what the hell happened to it. It's not working.
It's weird, though. Some days it's fine, and some days it's shit, and I don't understand. And it doesn't seem to be peak times or anything. It just seems totally random.
Yeah. It's just not working, is all.
Yeah, it's definitely I'll randomly get messages hours after, and be like,
just looking at names.
Yeah, hey, you want to play this? What?
But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's I think it's been the PS4 in itself, the games that have come out. It's been pretty. There's some lulls throughout the year, but it was pretty constant. There was a game to play on the PS4.
Yeah.
So I absolutely liked it. I can't wait for this year because there's a bunch of games coming out, and that's crazy that the messaging worked first try. We just messaged John, who said he was taking a test, but he's on the PS4.
No, he's not. He's offline.
Well, whatever.
I just want to see if it would send, and it sent fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Xbox, from an outsider's perspective, they've had some great games come out. Whether or not they've worked is a different story. But
Forza Horizon 2 was fucking awesome.
And and Sunset Overdrive sounded good. I still wanted to play that.
Yeah, I picked it up on sale during Christmas. It was on for $29. I just haven't played it yet.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not that they are lacking games. It's just the console itself seems to be the bigger issue there.
Yeah, and I guess I was just thinking, so Xbox TV, that hasn't come out in Canada yet, has it?
Yeah, I checked right around the time I bought it, because that was one of the things where I wasn't sure. I looked into when I was buying it in September, and I think, August, I think, it added, so you can use it. But the problem is, the Xbox, some people won't notice this, but I'm, really anal about some stuff. And it has a thing where it's to do with its... Oh, hey, John messaged me back.
Yeah. Go figure.
Cool, good talk.
Yeah.
At first I heard it was to do with the scaler, but it has a weird thing, and this apparently was a problem on the 360 too, where it suffers from crush blacks, which is... There's your RGB range, and I'm not an expert on it. It's to do with your color calibration and your brightness, gamma, kind of a mix of all that stuff. And it's just not set properly, which means... You get it makes the picture appear more vibrant, colors pop more.
Right.
But in areas that are very dark, you lose detail. So if you see like this table and it's very dark and you kind of just like on a normal display you'd barely be able to see the edges, but it's all kind of very dark. Everything kind of gets crushed together into a single black where you lose like there'll be situations if you compare it to like a screenshot from a PC game of like the same game, you'll see like the wrinkles on someone's shirt.
Right.
But if it's a dark shirt and then you look at the Xbox one, like you can't see.
Yeah, it's just
Wow.
And anyways, that same filter applies to TV. So I was watching certain TV shows and there was like, because I had it hooked up briefly, and there was like a scene where I couldn't. It was like it's seen at night and I had trouble even seeing anything. So plus it's just then you have to turn your Xbox on to use the TV, and I don't know. It's a cool idea if you. I think if I had the Kinect and if I was more using it as like a central media hub, it'd be really awesome.
I think it's almost more. I think it is geared towards the Kinect. Then you got voice controls and stuff.
Yeah, you can be like Xbox TV
and like HBO or whatever. How they demonstrated at E3. That would be a lot more.
Yeah, like if Xbox is your main system, if that's all you have to play games on in your living room, it makes sense to have everything go through. It's just I'm pretty much always using my PS4, my cable box, and I turn my Xbox on to play Halo or Forza Horizon, so it just doesn't get that much use to have it connect to everything. But if that's your go-to, then it's an awesome feature for sure.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I guess, where do we see it going, like, in the next 6 months? Like,
in the next 6 months?
I mean, that's I guess, kind of what I was alluding to is, again, PS4 has, you know, next, like, they've got The Order, they've got Bloodborne.
Persona in the summer in Japan, at least, and then whenever it arrives here.
So I think, again, leading up into E3.
Dragon's Dogma Online.
Yeah. Which is weird that that's coming out before Deep Down. I should have... That could have been a news item. And then Deep Down was announced so long ago, and now Dragon's Dogma... Anyways. But yeah, Brendan's right. Like, they've got, some notable stuff coming out. And I honestly, before Halo, like, I don't know... Quantum Break, I think, is summer, but I don't know what's...
There's little information going on about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I've even... Yeah, like, I even noticed when I look for news for our podcast, I feel like I'm always reading PlayStation news or Sony news.
That's just the way it is right now.
Yeah, they're just quiet. Hopefully it just means they're working on lots of games. I know they've been trying to build up their first-party studios more.
Yeah.
I think they got Rise of the Tomb Raider coming this holiday as well. We can't forget
That's true.
that. So,
Still got to play through the first one. But
first one's really, really good.
yeah.
It's just, yeah. The sooner you play it outside of Uncharted, the better. It's just kind of like a lesser... There's things it does really well, like the exploration and crafting, and the tomb raiding is fucking awesome. But when it does like the set piece stuff, I'm just kind of like it's good, but it's not Uncharted. It's like stuff's happening, but I'm not falling out of a plane in the sky, punching someone, grabbing onto crates.
So good.
With like, oh god, oh my god, Uncharted.
Where like you're on a train, don't know where you are, you have like a bullet hole in your stomach, and
falling out the back of it,
looking
grabbing
around,
onto it.
All of a sudden you realize, you're hanging off a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Uncharted 2?
Yeah, that's the beginning.
That was the trailer.
Right.
And then it's like, this is gameplay. You're like, what?
Which is funny because when they showed the first glimpse of Uncharted 4, where he's like kind of picking himself up out of the water, and it's like all nighttime and stuff. People are like, wow, they're really taking this in a dark direction. And then people are like, the Uncharted 2 reveal trailer had him bleeding out, waking up unconscious in a train hanging off a cliff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that's dark, it's more of like you say, it's kind of, theatrical, kind of campy.
Well, I guess it depends how you define dark, but there was nothing really particularly dark about the new one either.
Yeah.
You just kind of looking beat
he was
up.
in a dark place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it did there. Anyways.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what the year brings.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Last of Us 2, please happen.
I'm excited for Bloodborne.
Yeah.
And then I'm probably going to buy Dark... I know it's like a third...
Oh, right.
Dark Souls 2.
Dark Souls 2 for PS4.
Or
PC.
PC.
But, I don't know, the PS4 one, it's 1080, 60 frames, like there's no
real reason to
go. No, this PC one will be better, but it's not like the difference between the PC and PS3 versions, right? They're going to be...
The Dark Souls games they really are console games, though. Like, most people are playing, on PC with controllers.
Oh, and yeah, I'm sure you would.
I mean, aside from the mods and stuff, I guess, but
I bought a 980.
Yeah, so you want to get that.
I want to play a game that'll make it.
I would say that I would.
Got the game for you, Sean. It's called GTA 5.
That's another one that I'm probably going to end up buying.
That's different though because the mods are going to be ridiculous.
Yeah,
I can't wait. If you guys ever played GTA 4 on PC,
I did.
Carmageddon. Have you ever heard of that mod?
No, I didn't.
It's pretty much like any car that you touch becomes a projectile in the middle of the street.
Oh my god!
And so there's videos. You should just look it up. It is unbelievably funny.
I feel like that would be really hard on your computer.
And then people are just like walking. It's like, okay, I'm gonna do. Oh god! And it's just trying to survive. So I'm super excited about that.
Yeah. No, I actually would have thought about picking up Dark Souls 2 for the PS4 because the other one came out at the same time as Infamous, and then other shit came out, and you guys are way further, so I didn't play it.
I'll play it
but
again,
I don't know. Bloodborne's coming out
that's March 20th.
That's what I was thinking of. Bloodborne.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Dark Souls 2. Could always have more of the same game.
We know I like to do that. But no, like I would have considered picking it up again. But with like Bloodborne's going to fill that.
It's going to fill that need.
Yeah. So I don't know. Because what's the release date? Bloodborne comes out first, and then Dark Souls 2.
Yeah.
I think that was weird. It's a little backwards.
I think what they're doing. I think part of the reason they did that is because
Xbox One needs.
Yeah, like Bloodborne is PS4 only. They don't want to like alienate their Xbox fan base. So at least they're given. At least on Xbox One, you have a Souls type game to play on it.
And it's like with all the DLC, with new DLC, it's like
all combined and
all
stuff.
combined.
Yeah, you get everything, right? Which is awesome. And their DLC has always been good.
Play it. Yeah, because we didn't play the DLC for Dark Souls 2.
I bought the first one, never played it.
I think I did as well.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
We can move on to the what's new this week.
Yeah.
Because it's not a huge list, but we got some stuff. Oh, that does come out this week. That's crazy.
What's that?
Just because there was so much, not rage, but annoyance, I guess. Well,
Are you talking about Evolve?
no.
Oh.
You'll see in a sec.
Oh, okay.
So coming out February 10th, which was yesterday?
Time-stamped.
This week.
This week.
February 3rd, yeah.
We got Evolve
Yep.
for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I keep seeing commercials and stuff for it, but I haven't actually like looked at it. You know, from you guys talking about it, and I mean, it looks cool.
Yeah, it's just 4 versus 1. One person plays as the monster, and then...
So I looked at a trailer. So for the campaign, there's a campaign.
Oh.
And so the decisions, the things that happen in every level, I think you're supposed to survive like 4 days or something. And you fight different monsters each day. There's like over I could be completely wrong with the number, 800,000 different combinations that could occur in the campaign that makes the story different.
That'd be crazy if it's...
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. Because it's like something happens in this mission, maybe something else will happen in this mission, but if it won't happen the same time, same thing twice. So I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of crazy. But then I was like reading online, like a bunch of the kind of Metacritic user reviews were kind of bashing it for DLC.
Well, the DLC's...
Yeah.
I know everyone has DLC. The problem is, so you can either play as the 4 characters or the monster.
Yeah.
There's only 3 monsters in the game, and one of them was a pre-order exclusive.
Okay, so yeah.
So they're basically holding, 25% of the monsters back as a pre-order.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't pre-order, you don't get it. And then they sell it separately for $15 for one monster. Like, I don't know.
It's kind of ridiculous. So I decided not to buy it.
Yeah.
It kind of, we mentioned Titanfall earlier, it kind of feels like Titanfall in that regard.
But that, yeah.
So like, oh, it's really cool and everything, and then like in 2 months, no one will remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see this still being talked
about. And such the way that, you know, it's multiplayer based and everything. Yeah, it's need to download Transistor.
Yeah, it's free.
It's free, man.
Cool.
I bought it, and then now it's free. That's how it rolls.
Yeah. What else is out this week? Is it season pass? Hold on.
You're not spending $85 on Xenoverse. Sean.
Oh, yes, I am.
That's funny. We talked about this earlier. Super Stardust Ultra came out for PS4 this week.
Yep.
And next week we got Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. That's for the 3DS.
This week. This Friday.
Oh, they're the Friday. Those
Is that
throw
the
me
3DS?
off. Yes.
Yeah.
I need to go out and buy a new 3DS.
I'm kind of chapped. The textures are a lot better in Monster Hunter on the new 3DS.
Oh yeah,
it almost looks like a new game.
Oh, so if you're
better.
not getting it, I won't get it.
What, Monster Hunter?
Yeah, I don't know anyone
getting
else.
it?
Well,
If you get it, I'll get it.
well,
I'm not getting Majora's Mask right away because that's the other one, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna have time. That's a long game, right? Well, Zelda games are like 30, 40 hours.
It is, because
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't look up anything, it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I generally don't look up stuff for games, so, and like the order's coming out next week, and then Bloodborne. I'm thinking, like, hopefully, if Persona doesn't come out in the summer, there's nothing really that I can think of that's coming out in the summer. I'm hoping that kind of May, June, July could be my Zelda, because I have to beat it before the end of the year. I have to give one of you guys my 3DS, right?
Oh,
Wasn't that the bet?
that's right.
If I don't beat it before the end of the year, there's a bet we made on one of the podcasts. So I said I would complete it by the end of 2015. I think was my bet.
Oh.
I think it wasn't just Ocarina of Time.
No, it was Majora's Mask. It had nothing to do with Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
I think that was one of the ones I was not there. I don't remember.
We recorded it. I remember
It
it
was
was
a
at
while
Brendan's,
ago.
but I don't remember which one. Yeah, I think it was the first one we did at Brendan's. I'll look it up and find the bet.
Yeah.
But anyways, I have to beat that, but not right away. I don't have time right now. So yeah, Monster Hunter maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I have to buy the new 3DS.
Yeah.
So I'm using the first one. I just bit my lip really hard. Holy crap, that hurt.
Okay.
Good.
But yeah, I won't buy Monster Hunter unless I buy the new 3DS.
Okay.
The new 3DS is already out, right?
You want to play Monster Hunter, man? You just buy Monster Hunter 3.
I have it. Yeah. On the Wii U. Oh, that's that.
We should play.
I have no clue how to play Monster Hunter games. I'm just intrigued by them.
I played like 10 hours of it. It was really good, but now I forgot how to play, so I have to start over.
I always get Monster Hunter mixed up with Monster Rancher.
Monster Rancher.
Because wasn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't it used to be called Monster Hunter in Japan or something?
No, Monster Rancher is a completely different game.
No, I think he thought it might have had a different, maybe, like a translation.
Yeah,
Oh.
because they do that.
Yeah.
I remember that anime.
Yep.
That
well, because it was based off like the game. Yeah.
So
That's
weird.
what made it so weird. And that was like almost pre-Digimon days.
Shit just got real.
Just go real.
Reminiscent. And then so Majora's Mask comes out next week or
Nice.
Friday.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Except they still haven't fucked up the collector's edition or whatever that is.
Yeah, the collector's edition that doesn't come
Have
with the
the
game,
game.
doesn't come with the power adapter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that's all good. Well, it probably did actually because it's Majora's Mask. So, but the game itself looks really good.
Oh, I know. Yeah, they made some really cool changes.
So it really makes me want to. Why couldn't they have just put it on the Wii U?
I know, fuck.
Sell all those
Because,
Wii
the
Us.
Wii U has all those great games coming out. Mario
You're
Party
right.
10.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually so excited. I haven't played a Mario Party since like N64, man.
Oh, my God.
It's been so
Classic.
long.
You missed out on the mic.
The mic.
Mario Party 8, I think,
Mhm.
for the GameCube, came with a microphone accessory.
What did you do with it?
Oh, you sang.
Oh, those oh man,
It's,
I don't remember that.
I don't want to remember that.
Oh, it's so good.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, we've been going on for a bit longer than expected.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's it. That wraps up episode 23 of this week's Gamecast.
Yeah.
You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. I think we are going to be on SoundCloud now. Is that what we're
Yes, we will be
towards?
likely transitioning
To SoundCloud.
to SoundCloud and then still on iTunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting rid of...
We can still be on iTunes that way?
Yeah, he got.
Oh, so
Sean's the man.
I did some research.
I
Yeah.
thought we were just
by
going to be
just typing and
SoundCloud.
Googling. And
I was fine with just being silent, but it'd be awesome if we can still be on iTunes. So
we just have to.
We just got to sort this out. We actually got to sit down and
we have to post,
do something.
We have to post like 8 episodes on iTunes.
Yeah, well, I haven't been putting them on the site because I didn't know what was happening with the site.
Yeah,
so
I finally figured it out. We're transitioning away from the site because we're not writing any articles, and we're
just not doing.
We're just not doing anything. And
the idea is to get more gaming content, more streams, more anything like that.
Yeah.
So
we can't really do couch play without people actually being in the same place at the same time.
Exactly.
So we're gonna do some more streams, play around with a couple things. You'll see more content.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and J14, we bring the party to you.